Hello guys, welcome back to the part two. Hopefully the my screen is recording me. Um, okay, let's continue. Uh, so next resource of energy is fossil fuels. Fossil fuels, as you know, we are very familiar because we use it like 85% of energy usage from the fossil fuels. And that's why we have a issue, a challenge, isn't it, nowadays, like global warming, climate change, because of fossil fuels release CO2, greenhouse gases, as well as harmful gases. So how they form? Let's go back. Okay. How they form? Well, they form uh, like from organisms which lived millions of years ago, maybe hundreds of millions of years ago. So a long time ago, it was very, you know, slumps, very watery environment, and very many small animals like microplankton lived like 100 million years ago, and there was not enough oxygen. Once they died, there was not enough oxygen to to decay them, to rot them. So they preserved under the layers of rocks, earth, rocks, soil, and as the rocks build up on top of you, they push you, and then there's a a heat from the earth core, uh, magma, so they kind of cooked and preserved, as oil, natural gas, and coal. That's oil and natural gas usually found together. Uh, yeah. So, uh, so by the way, the composition of uh, they are similar compositions: carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen, and that's why they're mainly from carbon and hydrogen, and that's why they're called hydrocarbon. Next time you hear hydrocarbon, that they're talking about fossil fuels, especially petroleum oil. So hydrocarbon and oxygen can make carbon dioxide and water and energy. So we get like this. This is a basic equation of energy. How we produce energy. We need oxygen. Yeah, we need oxygen to burn the hydrocarbon. And by the way, they are renewable or non-renewable. They are non-renewable, isn't it? Once used, they're gone forever. In our lifetime, we cannot produce it. It will take millions of years. All right. So let's talk about advantages. Let's start with disadvantages. Cons. Let's start with cons. So it releases again CO2, harmful gases. As they have in their compound, as you can see, they have a sulfur and oxygen. So sulfur dioxide, and there is a nitric oxide. Nitric oxide in N2O, nitrogen, oxygen. They are main source of greenhouse as well as acid rain. So when you hear about acid rain, it is because of these gases. So another disadvantage is, once even after building them to restart or stop, we talked about the high demand, low demand. Let's say if you want to stop it during nighttime and there is a low demand, it will take long time to stop. And the next day or next time and the high demand, if you want to start, it will take long time. Why? Because you need to, coal needs to burn, needs to heat up the water needs to, convert into the high energy steam, then it needs to flow and turn the turbines. Yeah, that process takes some time. So it's a long time to start and stop power station. Well, advantages is they are abundant. We can buy oil, coal, and easy to transport, isn't it? Available, cost-effective fuel. They are very high concentration of energy. For example, 1 liter of petroleum can boil 80 liters of water, enough to boil 80 liters of water. Excuse me, my video. I said my video set up like this. You can check the slides if my head is blocking the text. So 1 liter of petroleum oil can enough to boil 80 liters of water. So it's very dense, high concentrated fuel. Okay, guys, continue. I'm just checking the time. So this comprehension check. Okay, this time I didn't put the answers because I want you to research and study what form of energy is stored in fossil fuels in the biofuels. What is the difference between biofuels and fossil fuels? Describe how fossil fuels are formed. Yes, this is your comprehension check. Please pause the video and try to think about it, ponder it, write it your answers. You can reply me. Yes, thank you. Let's continue. So we will continue with the geothermal energy. Geothermal energy. What's geothermal energy? Well, geo means earth, thermal means heat, isn't it? Energy. So earth energy. Energy comes from earth, from the magma, volcanoes, from core of the earth. So okay, so water is pumped down into the rocks where it boils, and if you keep them for a while, it will be very high pressure steam, and then it comes back onto the surface. You can use that high pressure steam, high energy steam, to turn the turbines and produce energy. Okay, and another way is they can be used to just pump the water down. When water is heated up, you can, pump it on the surface, use it as a heater, as a heater. Um, so the advantages is no fuel required, doesn't release harmful gases, requires very little maintenance, can be used as heating houses. Now, these advantages, cons will be they are not, available everywhere. Not many places they have a geothermal energy. I heard that in Taiwan you have it, and I think very few places. You see, this is a location specific to location. It's not everywhere. In Japan, they have it. They hot springs. They call hot springs the hot springs. Okay, so they can use it. Yeah, tourism. They can be used for tourists, attract tourists, go there and use the water, clean, fresh, maybe water, uh, healthy water, maybe. Okay, so that's the advantage. Okay, let's carry on. Nuclear fuels. Okay, nuclear fuels. All right. So how nuclear reactor works? Right now, there is a nuclear reactor. Usually, it's fusion, fusion, fusion. If I'm not mistaken. So what's going on is there is a big um, nucleus elements like uranium, and we bombard it with high speed a proton. Proton comes, hits the nucleus, and breaks apart, breaks two, three parts. So, and that because they are very strong nucleus, and it has very strong bones. When it's released, that breaking releases energy, and it's the form of light energy, radiation. Yes, form of radiation, radiation, and then that energy can from the reactor vessel can be harnessed by using water, by using steam, and that that pressurized water heats the another, circulation, in other circulation, there is a steam generator going on. If you have a look to the slides, that's that steam is that steam is turns turbines, and turbines generate the electricity. The advantage is the uranium is cheap, very concentrated fuel, provides lots of energy. Just checking my time. Lots of energy, high concentrated form of energy. It doesn't release harmful gases, by the way. Yes, we should pay attention. They don't release, harmful gases. That's why they are attractive. They've been developed since 1970s, 1980s, second century of uh, past 100 years, like 50 years ago, they started to using and developing. This is a quite new technology, by the way. It's like 50 years. When we compare to the human history, that this is the quite new technology and still developing, by the way. Still, there's a research going on, and there's an article in your book. Is the thorium is the future fuel? So please read about it. This is about nuclear energy. Okay. So disadvantages, they are radioactive, isn't it? The fuel or the material uranium that's used and used up, which is finished. No more protons to, no more nucleuses to separate. It's run out. They still have radioactive material. They don't decay. The radioactivity does not, go away. It stays for thousands of years. So we need to store it, and storage is very expensive. So how to get rid of it, how to store it is very expensive. And initial cost of building plant, and once the decompositioning of plant or get rid of plant, the breaking down plant is also costly because radioactive. There are accidents, if you remember, there are like Chernobyl accidents. I remember that, and there is also Fukushima accident because of earthquake. Chernobyl accident was the loss of controls, like control rods over there. There was issue with control rods in the slide. In Fukushima, it was because of earthquake. Again, I'm not sure. Again, some heat up, out of control heating. All right. Advantages is cheap, as I said, concentrated, provides lots of energy from like one truck of uranium, one truck, the trucks, car trucks, and enough uranium will be enough for a whole city for a week to provide energy. So, I mean, usually for city to provide energy like a Tainan, it will take, for example, in the case of coal, it will take train loads, maybe 2, 3 train loads of coal. Maybe not even like for 2, 3 days that will gone to produce electricity. But one truck will be like twice, like 1 week, 10 days will be enough for the city. So it is kind of dense and easy to find uranium. Doesn't release harmful gases. So yes, we should note. Okay, I think we are out of time, so please do the comprehension check again. We didn't do tidal energy. I think we did. Sorry. So there's a summary video. Please have a look to the summary video. It summarizes all this energy resources and how they work, where they come from, are they renewable, non-renewable. And I'm going to start with the homework again, same homework, because please do your homework. So this time, this homework will cover everything. I mean, the lectures will cover all the homework. Please do the homework, which is, page from 73, 75, 75 to 77. Okay, have a good time, have a good day, and I will see you in the coming weeks. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.